Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Kids Mega Church today. So I will be over there, so I'm just making this video so that you know what's going on for this morning, even though I can't be there. So it's the same as the last Mega Church. If you were here for the last Mega Church, basically we meet all the kids in P1 and we walk them over. So as they come, we walk them over. So the first 5-6 kids, you can start walking them over. You don't need to wait. So just as soon as they start to come, start to head on over. So you'll notice when you walked in, there should be a run sheet sitting on where you signed in. So make sure you grab one of them so that you know what's going on. Basically, there's 3 groups. So group 1, they start in P1 and they walk the kids over. And the most valuable thing you can do for us is sit in the middle of the lecture theatre. So if you just go into the middle seat and sit right in the middle seat, because we have the 2 team colours, a yellow team and a white team this time. And like you'll break up the teams, basically. You'll be like the halfway point. So you can just spread yourself out. Depends how many kids we get. You might be row 2 and 4 or row 2 and 5 or 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know. Just... yeah, I'm sure you can imagine. And then, yeah, so, and then we pump the kids up really high, and then we'll be like, okay, take a seat. So if you just help us sit them down, that would be really great. Group 2, you also start in P1, but instead of sitting in the middle, if you can sit on the ends, that's just so that, same thing. So I'm trying to get that there's a leader within arm's reach of most of the kids where possible, just to be like, tap them on the shoulder if we need to, but most of them will be fine. And then group 3, if you actually start in the lecture theatre, that'd be great. And as they enter, just making sure that we fill from the front. So we want to make sure that we fill from the front. All the seats are full from the front, not at the back or anything. And I'll explain that in a second. But your other really critical role is at the end, at the very last song. If the group 3 people could head back, not waiting for the kids, if you can head back, you're the tag collectors from the parents. So if you could help out doing that. And we also have icebox for the kids. So Glenda will already be back here. She'll have all the eskies and icebox ready to go for you as well. But if group 3 could help me do that, so you leave when Josiah gets up to do the final song. And then group 4, they're the colour captains, and Saskia, she's emceeing today, and James and something. If you guys can be along as the kids start to arrive, you're along the middle, just high-fiving them, cheering them, and before they get to the room. So that's the 4 groups. A few things we learnt from last time. Number 1 is the silly little table things that they have in the theatre for like writing for students to write on. So we just say all tables down. So some of the kids put the tables up and then sat on the tables. So we're not going to do that because I don't want them to break. So yeah, if you see any tables go up, just say, oh, pop the table down, please, because no tables. The second thing is, if a child, it's too loud or too dark for them, you want to make them go towards the front. So the front row, for example, it's the brightest and it's the quietest. That's the quietest place in the whole room, just the way that the room's set up. I can't actually do anything about the back. Like, it's either all lights on or all lights off. So we've got lights in there, but it still makes the back really dark. So if somebody's like not coping or something with the dark, try and take them down the front. I don't know, bribe them with a balloon, or I don't know. And I'm sure some of the other kids are happy to move around or squish in or something. Yeah, and we also have, we had one child last time that found it really loud, and so I don't know how we could do that. Like, David's on the sound and he monitors it really strictly. So it wasn't actually anything we could do. It's actually the sound of the kids like cheering or screaming, which we try not to do, but it's really hard to actually manage that, especially in that room. So as backup, we have little earplugs. So I have plenty of these, and they will be at the back of the hall. So when you walk in there, you'll see them there. So if somebody needs earplugs, I have earplugs for everyone. So yeah, I don't know how else to manage that. Like, David doesn't go over the decibels according to what we're doing or the music or anything like that. So it just gets a bit hard with the noisiness of the kids. Anyway, I think it should be a really fun morning. I hope you have fun, and I mean, I hope it should just be relaxed and having fun with the kids, and Gugu's doing some of the message, and yeah, it should be a great morning. So I'll see you down there. Bye.